Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. The Broncos are on a 6-game winning streak, have improved to 7-4 after starting out 1-4, and are currently the 7 seed in the AFC playoff picture after beating the Colts, who currently, even after the loss to the Broncos, still hold the #1 overall seed in the AFC. If we take a look around the league, the Bengals are 8-3, the Ravens are 7-4, the Browns are 5-6, the Steelers are 3-8. In the South, the Colts 8-3, the Jags 5-6, the Titans 4-8, and the Texans 2-9. In the East, the Bills are 8-3, the Dolphins are 8-3, the Jets are 4-7, the Patriots are 3-9. The Chiefs are 7-4, the Broncos are 7-4, the Chargers are 6-5 on a 4-game win streak, and the Raiders are 5-6. In the NFC, the Vikings are 7-4, the Lions are 4-7, the Packers are 4-7, and the Bears are 3-8. In the NFC South, the Panthers are 8-3, the Falcons 7-5, the Saints 2-9, and the Bucks 2-9. NFC East, the Cowboys have lost 1 game this season, and it was the first game. They're on an 11-game winning streak at 11-1. Eagles are 8-4, Giants are 6-6, and the Commanders are 4-8. And then finally in the NFC West, the Rams 7-4, followed closely by the Cardinals at 7-5, the Seahawks are 5-6, and the 49ers are 5-6. Being that we are currently the 7 seed in the AFC, it is incredibly easy for us to lose out on the playoffs. We're the first team off the list, so losing even 1 game is going to be detrimental to our playoff push. Not a whole lot to go over this week before we get into the game against the Browns. We have to do our weekly strategy as always. Deshaun Watson is still the quarterback of the Browns. I've liked how contained QB scramble has worked against Anthony Richardson and Kyler Murray, and even though Deshaun Watson, I think in real life, isn't that much of a scrambler, he does tend to scramble a decent bit in Madden. As always, we hope for no practice injuries. Defensively, no injuries to speak of, fantastic. And offensively, hoping for more of the same, no injuries, so we are healthy. All right, we just have a few players to upgrade and then we can get into the game. One of those players is Tajay Spears, who has undoubtedly played worse than Javonte Williams since returning. We'll give him an elusive back upgrade, and he's got +2 awareness, +1 ball carrier vision, +1 spin move, and unlocked an ability slot. Marvin Mims Jr. has an upgrade, and for him, he's already kind of like all around quite good. I'd love to get the release up if we can, and that involves putting points into deep threat. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe get that release up if we can. And he gets +1 agility, +1 awareness, +1 catch in traffic, +1 deep route, +1 juke move, +1 medium route, and +1 release. A big upgrade for Marvin Mims. Chester Truman has an upgrade. He, of course, is a superstar. Still just need to work on his hands and his medium route running if possible. I'm going to do playmaker here, even though it's not what I want to do. I need him to be a scheme fit again just to get him that extra XP. So he gets +1 awareness, +1 break tackle, +1 catch in traffic, +1 catching, +2 juke move, +1 medium route running, +1 short, and +1 spin move. A really good upgrade for Chester Truman. Tons of players have upgrades today. Jaleel McLaughlin is one of them. And oh my God, what happened to my boy? Avery Baptiste has an upgrade. He of course has star development, but has been pretty quiet so far this season. We'll just keep putting points into pass rush for him, or sorry, pass coverage rather. +1 man coverage, +1 play rec, +1 pursuit, and +1 tackle for Baptiste. He's a true 70 overall. For some reason, his morale is still a little low. If you're curious, these are the stats for the Broncos on the season. Tyler Huntley just short of 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns to 11 picks. Not exactly the best for our bridge quarterback. Rushing, Tajay Spears closing in on 700, Javonte closing in on 500. He of course missed like 4 games in the middle of the season. Receiving, Chester Truman is at 1,100 yards with 9 touchdowns. No longer on pace to get 2,000 yards receiving, but still on pace to get around 1,700 yards receiving, which is absurd. Rashad Winters is nearing 600. Marvin Mims is nearing 500. Judy, who has been injured for like half the games this season, is just over 300. And Josh Reynolds just under 300. Defensively, Drew Sanders leads the way in tackles with Pat Surtain in second. Zach Allen has the most TFLs with Drew Sanders close behind. Nick Bonito and Baron Browning both have 12. And then in terms of sacks, Baron Browning has 10 sacks through 11 games this season, on pace for a really, really good season. Zach Allen has 5.5. Devin Bush 4.5. Nick Bonito has 4. Drew Sanders has 3. We have a lot of sacks. Interceptions, PS2 has officially surpassed Damari Mathis in our team lead in interceptions, as well as the NFL lead in interceptions. PS2 has 7, Damari Mathis with 6. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this Week 13 matchup against the Browns. Visiting the Browns here in Cleveland, Ohio. Not too long from now, we play the Bengals as well here in Ohio. That might even be in the next game. I'm not certain. Either way, looking to get a couple wins against a couple Ohio teams this season. Denver, of course, if it started today, would be in the playoffs, but unfortunately, still quite a few games left in the season. Tanner Brown will kick us off, and we are underway here in Cleveland, as the return man will take a knee in the end zone, and here comes Deshaun Watson and this Cleveland Browns offense to the field for the first time today. We'll take a look at Deshaun Watson's stats so far this season. 2,200 yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 picks. Not insane, but pretty serviceable, I'd say. Nick Chubb, of course, the running back here. They do still have Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and a pretty good receiving core in general, as Nick Chubb has a pickup of 5 tackled down by Devin Bush. The Browns aren't out of the playoff picture at 5-6. Obviously, it's not ideal for them, but could definitely still make the playoffs, as that is caught by Moore. And he's got a first down with forward progress to the 35. Make it 1st and 10 from the 35. I just noticed that Amari Cooper has lost his superstar status down to star development, and Deshaun Watson didn't even see Devin Bush. He gets another sack on the season. It'll be 2nd and 17. On 3rd down, 17 to go. Looking to convert is Deshaun Watson. Has his man down the field. It's caught. And that is, I think, Cedric Tillman on the reception. Found a gap in the zone and has a first down. So make it 2nd and 10. Nick Chubb in the backfield this time. See if they go to him a little bit more. On this play, they will not. And it's a throw for Tillman again. Makes the reception, first down Browns. Well, the blitzes have not been working so far. Typically, I start blitzing the quarterback right around midfield. And this is a throw for Njoku, brought down by Drew Sanders, who couldn't keep up in coverage. Could have potentially swatted that away, but an excellent throw from Watson. The Browns are inside the red zone now. It's kind of been a slow, methodical drive, which is not typical of this Broncos defense. Usually we give up a massive play, as Njoku was wide open for the touchdown, and Deshaun Watson just missed him. Watson changing up the play on 2nd and 10. From the 16, he will look to throw. Running out of time, that's Baron Browning in the backfield, and it's going to be 3rd and very long from the 22. 3rd and 17 for the Browns. Watson setting up a screenplay for Tillman, and Nick Bonito was there, brought him down, and it's going to be 4th and 15. The Browns will have to settle for 3. And Chester Truman was back to return, and he's going to break away, but he's out of stamina. I don't think he's got enough to get to the end zone. He doesn't, but he's to the Cleveland 16. Normally, I don't commentate kick returns, but for some reason, my depth chart got changed. It was Chester Truman back there, and if he had better stamina, that would have been a touchdown. So the huge kick return has Denver starting from the Browns 16. So it's the first time we've seen the offense today, and they're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 16. Handoff Javonte Williams. Basically goes nowhere. It's a pickup of 2. Chester Truman, of course, is gassed, so not currently in the game. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Find Jerry Jeudy. Can he get to the edge to find the end zone? He can. Touchdown Broncos. And that's what an exceptional kick return will do for you, as it gets us close enough where it's only a matter of time till we get into the end zone. And this time, it's superstar X-Factor wide receiver Jerry Jeudy with a touchdown. 1st and 10 Cleveland. The offense back on the field, probably a little faster than they would have anticipated or possibly hoped for, as this will be a throw for Watson. He has Amari Cooper, who beat Pat Surtain and seems to have decent speed against him, and he's up to the Denver 31. One big play, and the Browns are already near the red zone. I didn't expect Amari Cooper to be much of an issue for PS2, but maybe he will be, as Surtain gets the better of him this time, knocks the ball away. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 31, as Watson out of the shotgun will be throwing here. It's the same exact play, and this time it's picked by Patrick Surtain. And he's got the ball down at the 16, his 8th, count them, 8 interceptions on the season. I'm not sure why Deshaun Watson decided it was a good idea to throw this. I think it was the exact same play and he just didn't put any air under it. Amari Cooper had a step, but I still don't think it was enough separation, and it's picked. So the Broncos offense back on the field again. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter, and this will be a more sort of true to life drive for Denver. This is a handoff for Spears, and he's got 3. On 2nd and 7 from the 18, Huntley back to pass. Looking down the field for Marvin Mims, who holds on through a bunch of contact, and he has a big play. A 1st and 10 to the 40. We, of course, have to contend with Myles Garrett today, which I don't expect to go overly well, as Tajay Spears on another carry has a pickup of 5. On 2nd and 5 from the 45, Huntley back to pass, has Marvin Mims again down the field. He's not Chester Truman fast, but he's still pretty fast, and he's to the 21 in Cleveland territory. 1st down, Denver. Chester Truman low on stamina today. I wonder if the injury from last week is still affecting him. 1st and 10 from the 21. Tajay Spears has a good carry, jukes it to the outside, brought down at the 8. It's going to be a 1st and goal for Denver. Javonte Williams has entered the game on 1st and goal to go, and he's going to go nowhere. Loses 2 or 3 yards on this play. That's J-OK in the backfield. So on 2nd and goal from the 10, it'll be a throw for Huntley, and it's actually going to be a sack for Myles Garrett, and a huge loss for Tyler Huntley has Denver 3rd and goal from the 25. From the 25, Huntley back to pass, just taking a shot for Jerry Jeudy, and it's dropped. He jumped over both defenders and just couldn't grab the ball. That would have been his 2nd touchdown of the day. Instead, we have to settle for a field goal attempt from Tanner Brown. That kick is up, and it is good. It is 10-3 for the Broncos. So the Browns take over on offense. 1st and 10 for them. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's finally a handoff for Nick Chubb. He's only seen, 2 of these so far today. It's a pickup of 6, and that'll be the end of the first. 2nd and 4 after the Nick Chubb carry. This is the first play of the second quarter. And it's a pitch to Chubb, and he can't find the edge. Brought down by Drew Sanders and Cameron Bynum. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down and 5 from the 30. Watson to pass, running out of time, and gets it away. Could have probably been picked by Caden Stearns. Falls incomplete, though. It's 4th and 5. They'll punt it away. Denver takes over from their own 38 after forcing the 3 and out for Cleveland. First play on this drive is a handoff to Spears, and Ben Powers just didn't hit his block at all. Loss of 3. So it's 3rd and long for Denver. Can Huntley find the yardage for a conversion as Winters makes the grab and has the first? Whoever the corner was there over on the right tried to jump it, and that was their biggest mistake. If they just wrap up and tackle, it's a 3 and out, but instead it's a 1st down for Denver. 1st and 10 from the 49. 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Spears, good carry as a pickup of 9. 2nd and 1 from the 42. Play action. Looking down the field. Huntley may look to run for the first, and he gets it killed by Myles Garrett. Shoved out of bounds. Pickup of 3. Myles Garrett not in the game now, so we may go with tempo. Spears on the carry, nowhere to go. I am going to hurry this up, though. We do want to make sure that Myles Garrett can't re-enter the game. Looking down the field, Mims was wide open, and Huntley just missed him. 3rd and 12. Mims was wide open across the middle. The incompletion also allows Myles Garrett back on the field, as this will be a screen set up for Tajay Spears. The lineman just not fast enough down the field, and it's going to be 4th and 4 for Denver. This will be a 50-yard attempt from Tanner Brown. That kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 13-3 for the Broncos. This struggling Browns offense back on the field. Still 7 minutes left here in the first half. Plenty of time to get some points on the board, as this is knocked away by Tyreek Stevenson. Less than 50% completion percentage for Watson. They just do not like to run the ball, and that seems to be the case for like every team in Madden this year, as this intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off and is tackled down by Nick Chubb at the 45. Deshaun Watson sucks. Well, Denver with excellent field position yet again. 1st and 10 from the 45. Handoff up the gut. Javonte Williams doesn't get very far. Goes down at the 42. 2nd and 8. Huntley back to pass. looking to throw, and that's swatted away. Jerry Jeudy not quick enough on his route, 3rd and 8. Luckily for the Browns, they have a pretty stout defense, so they are still in this game, absolutely. Tyler Huntley to throw. As Jerry Jeudy makes the grab and holds on, goes down at the 23. It's a 1st and 10 for Denver. 1st and 10 from the 23. Huntley back to pass again. Has Jeudy across the middle, and he's got another reception. Inside the 10, down at the 6, Jerry Jeudy. So from the 6, on 1st and goal, Huntley hands to Williams, breaks a tackle, but only has a yard. 4 rushes, 4 yards for Javonte. 3rd and goal from the 5, Huntley to throw, has Mims, can't hold on through the contact. And it is 4th and goal. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Still plenty of time for the Browns to get back into this. Only a 2-score lead at the moment. This is incomplete in the direction of Amari Cooper. On 2nd and 10, Deshaun Watson from under center. Still not utilizing that all-pro running back in the backfield. This is completed to Elijah Moore for a 1st down. From the 35 now on a fresh set of downs. Watson under center again. They are utilizing that running back this time, but he loses 3 yards. It's Devin Bush that's in the backfield. 2nd and 13. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Watson takes his sweet time snapping the ball. Finally does, and throws another pick. This time it's Damari Mathis. I don't know if you remember last game, but PS2 had one. Damari Mathis had one, and Tyreek Stevenson had one. And that trio all have interceptions again today, and it's only the first half. PS2 has one, Tyreek Stevenson has one, and now Damari Mathis has one. Just a terrible throw from Deshaun Watson. So the Broncos could extend their lead here as Huntley is back to pass. Has Spears, and he dropped the pass. It was a touchdown. Tajay Spears with a drop. I don't normally take shots like that, but I saw it and I'm feeling confident. So I did, and it didn't work. 2nd and 10. This time we'll go to the more trustworthy hands of Jerry Jeudy. Tried to juke 3 defenders at once. It didn't work. Down at the 18, though. It's still a 1st and 10 in the red zone for Denver. 1st and 10 from the 18. Huntley to throw. Has Reynolds over the middle. It's dropped as well. Man, a lot of drops today from both teams. Just over 2 minutes left to play. It's 2nd down from the 18. Handoff, Javonte Williams. There's going to be a flag down, likely holding on the offense, if I had to guess. So a holding penalty makes it 2nd and 20 from the 28 for Denver. Mims has the reception, and it's 3rd and 15. 3rd and a long way to go from the 23. Huntley looking for his man. Finds Chester Truman, and he's got a touchdown. Denver in the end zone again. A diving play from the defensive back didn't work out. Chester Truman makes the grab, finds the end zone as he often does, and it is 6 more for Denver. It's going to be a 23-3 lead with the PAT. The Browns need points here before the half to have any chance, I think, in this game, as this is complete to David Njoku. 1st and 10. They're in the hurry up. A minute and a half left to play. Watson back to pass. Has his man, misses the throw in the direction of Njoku again. So it's 3rd and 10 from the 36. As Watson rolling to his left, may look to run, but it's too late. Nick Bonito gets another sack on the season. It's 4th and 13. We'll burn a timeout. There's still time for more points. 1st and 10 from the 21. Huntley to throw. Has a small window for Jeudy, and he missed it. It was thrown too late. It's picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And just like that, we got the Browns back into the game. 1st and 10 for them from our 23. Well, that was a mistake from Tyler Huntley. One play into that drive and an interception. Suddenly the Browns' best field position really they've had all day. This is complete to Tillman, 2nd and 6. 30 seconds left in the half. They did not use a timeout after that. On 2nd down and 6 from the 19, Watson throws. Has his man dropped by Amari Cooper, possibly knocked out by PS2. On 3rd and 6, Watson throws, finds his man. It's going to be 4th and inches for Elijah Moore. They're still not using a timeout. I'm guessing they're settling for the field goal. They finally use that timeout with 11 seconds left. It's 4th and inches. They're obviously settling for that field goal. This will make it 23-6 headed into the half for Denver. We head into the half up 23-6. It could have been even worse for the Browns, but I made a bad mistake to end the first half. So 23-6 it is. The Browns offense just not looking good so far. Halftime report though, hoping to see Kansas City during this because of course if they lose and we win, we take the sole lead of the AFC West. But instead we're seeing the Chargers, which is pretty important as well as they're only a game back, tied 14-14 with the Panthers at the moment, who we play at the end of the season. The Bills facing off against the Jets, up 14-0. Bills cruising to a playoff appearance yet again. And the Bears in Lambeau, up 10-7 on the Packers, but these teams are both missing the playoffs. Second half is underway, and Denver looking to cruise to another victory. Only up by 17, but it is technically a 3-possession lead. Tajay Spears on the carry has a pickup of 4. That makes it 2nd and 6. From the 24, it's back to Spears. Try to cut it back to the middle. It's another pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, it's play action for Huntley. Rolling to his left, has the first down yardage. Apparently doesn't know how to slide, but it's going to be first down Denver either way. 1st and 10 from the 33. Huntley empty set, will throw. Just has Chester Truman free to dump it off to, and that's a pickup of 4 for him. On 3rd and 6 from the 37. Gonna look to Mims in the middle, makes the grab, holds on through a bunch of contact. That is a scary throw, but it works out. 1st and 10 Denver. From the 49, fresh set of downs, Javonte Williams in the game, and we'll go to him. Has a run to the outside, doesn't get crazy far, but it's a respectable pickup of 3. On 2nd and 7 from the 48, Huntley back to pass, has Mims again, who has the first down to the 41 for Denver. 1st and 10 again, as Huntley back to pass, has Rashad Winters, and he's got a good carry, but fumbles at the very end of this. Luckily, it goes out of bounds, but down at the 24. Scary moment there for Winters, who almost just lost the possession for Denver. It's play action for Huntley here. Rolling to the right, Chester Truman's not open enough, so Huntley off to run, has a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. A very long drive here to start for Denver. Only 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 1 from the 15. Javonte can't get the first, having a tough day on the ground. 3rd and 1 from the 15. Tajay Spears in the game, and he's got the first down. Down at the 13. 2nd and 10. Huntley. Handoff. Spears. Block was not held long enough by Judy, but it's still a pickup of 4. On 3rd and 6 from the 9, Huntley play action. Rolling. Has the dump off to Mims, but missed it. Myles Garrett was very close. It's 4th and 6, and it's going to be another field goal here for the Broncos. This Tanner Brown kick will make it a 20-point lead for Denver, and that kick is through. It is 26-6. 1st and 10 from the 25 starts the drive for the Browns. Have not run the ball much at all today, but it's been fairly successful when they have, as this is going to be a throw from Watson to Njoku, has a pickup of 6. No touchdowns and 3 picks for Watson on the day. This Denver defense went from being one of the worst in the NFL through the first 5 weeks to suddenly being quite good, as this is a reception for Elijah Moore. I just had to say something, as Moore is going to have a touchdown. I jinxed that so bad. Elijah Moore makes the grab, sprints it down the field, has the speed to outrun Cameron Bynum, and has a touchdown for the Browns. How about that? The instant I'm saying the Broncos defense has been playing pretty well. That Browns score happening that quickly definitely means they are not out of this game at all. The defense has sort of kept them in it by not allowing too many touchdowns. It's 26-13, 2-possession lead still for Denver. 1st and 10 to start the drive. Javonte Williams loses a yard. It's interesting, it's been a tough day on the ground for Javonte, but a pretty good day on the ground for Tajay Spears, who will carry it here and gets the 1 yard that Javonte lost back. And so it's 3rd and 10 from the 25. Huntley will be back to pass, looking for Mims, who was honestly really well covered. It's inaccurate from Huntley. It's 4th and 10. Denver will have to punt it away. 1st and 10. Pretty good field position for the Browns, starting from the 35, from their own 35. And it's a handoff to Nick Chubb to start the drive, and he's got a good carry, a pickup of about 13 or so, and it'll be 1st and 10 right around midfield. If the Browns score a touchdown on this drive, we have ourselves a ball game going into the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from the 48. It's another handoff to Nick Chubb, finally utilizing him, and he's an excellent running back, as you can see. He's got a pickup of 9 here. 2nd and 1. 3rd and 1. They may look to run here with Chubb. They're not. It's a throw, and it's dropped by David Njoku, and it's 4th and 1. I'm guessing they go for this. They are electing to punt it away from here. That is an insane decision, I think, by the Browns. I'd absolutely be going for this. And the punter just kicks it right out of the back of the end zone. So it's 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Broncos. I think that was the Browns' opportunity to get back in this game, and they completely squandered it and then punted it away. You only gave us like 20 yards worth of field position. Just doesn't make any sense. Maybe if you had coffin cornered it, as this is a pickup of 5 or 6 for Spears. 2nd and 5, maybe the last play of the 3rd quarter. Tajay Spears going to be close to a first. It's 3rd and 1. So we head to the 4th. Denver up by 13 points. Looking to extend the winning streak. 3rd and 1, more like 3rd and 1.5 if you look at the line of scrimmage. First play of the 4th quarter, handoff. Tajay Spears, he goes very backwards. A loss of 3. It's going to be 4th and 4, and we're going to have to punt. So the Browns start with the ball from their own 35. I believe this is where they were in the last drive that stalled out. It's a pass to Nick Chubb, over pursued by Devin Bush, stiff arms Tyreek Stevenson, and goes out of bounds at the 5. Jake Edwards is on the field. We haven't seen really any of him this season. It doesn't matter, though, as the stars for Denver continue to shine. One of those stars being Nick Bonito. 1st and 10 from the 19. Denver takes over. The Browns did elect to punt the ball. And on 1st and 10, even though the running game hasn't been working, we're going to Tajay Spears. It doesn't work again, and it works even worse than usual because Tajay Spears is now injured. 2nd and 9 from the 20. Huntley to throw. Has Jerry Jeudy underneath. He's going to have a good pickup here. Goes down at the 32. It's a 1st and 10 for Denver. An ankle bruise for Tajay Spears. We will, of course, substitute Javonte Williams. Well, the rushing game has not been working for Javonte Williams, but maybe this time. 2nd and 10. Handoff to him. Nowhere to go. Pickup of 1. He has 7 yards on the day. 3rd and 9. Look to throw. Jerry Jeudy on a streak. Has open field in front of him. Can he outrun everyone? He's to the 10. He's inside the 5. He goes down at the 3. Jerry Jeudy is having quite the day. Just streaking down the field. No one accounted for him. And Tyler Huntley just said, go do your thing. Jerry Jeudy way down the field, just short of a touchdown. 2nd and goal from the 3. Handoff. Javonte Williams tries to cut it back. Met too quickly by the safety. 3rd and goal. One thing I have learned about this Broncos offense is that we are terrible inside the 5. Look to throw again. There's a window for Jeudy, and it's going to be picked. As I just made way too risky of a throw in zone coverage. And the Browns will take over from their own 20. Just a stupid decision by me. That's literally not on Tyler Huntley or the AI or anything. I have no excuses for that one. I threw a terrible throw. I think Chester Truman is just wide open in the back of the end zone if I just looked farther to the left using my big boy eyes. Denver still only up by 13. So Deshaun Watson with another opportunity. Has squandered all of them. Nearly another pick for Kelvin Joseph this time. 2nd and 10. Really, I mean, absolutely have to score here. There's just no choice, really. As this is caught by Tillman. He's got a reception, and he's got a big pickup to the 38. So make it 2nd down from the 38. Watson will look to throw. Devin Bush in his face, and this is knocked out of number 2's hands by number 2. 3rd down and 10. This has to be 4-down territory now for the Browns. As throwing for Njoku, caught, and to the 40 in Denver territory go the Browns. Less than 5 minutes to play. Like I said, I think they absolutely have to score here. They audible into the pistol, and Watson will take the snap, fakes the handoff, and then Yoma Uwazurike brings him down at the 48, 2nd and 18. A huge sack for Uwazurike. Makes it 2nd and very long. Deshaun Watson out of the shotgun yet again. Throws quickly, has his man. That's complete. It'll be 3rd and 12. They're in the hurry up on 3rd and 12 from the 41. Watson fires, finds Cooper, has it punched out by PS2. It's 4th and 12. They have to go for this. 4th down and 12. This is essentially the game on the line. Watson rolls to his left, killed by Nick Bonito, caught Amari Cooper. What a throw, as Watson has his team in the no-huddle offense yet again, and he will look to throw again, rolling to his right, has his man. It's intercepted by Tyreek Stevenson. He steps out at the 1, unfortunately, but that should basically do it. Deshaun Watson just way too risky with the football today, and Tyreek Stevenson gets his 2nd pick of the day, really coming on strong here in the second half of the regular season. We're not out of the woods yet, though, as we'll need to make sure that we're not safetied. Tajay Spears on the carry gets to like the 2, 2nd and 9. From the 2, 2nd and 9, handoff. Javonte Williams finally has a decent carry. Gets to the 8, 3rd and 3. On 3rd and 3 from the 8, Huntley back to pass. Has Jerry Jeudy. He holds on. And that first down virtually seals it. And there you have it. Another victory on the road for the Broncos. We improve to 8 and 4 on the season. A 7-game winning streak now for the Broncos. 26-13 is your final here. And it's another one of those games where it sort of feels like we won in spite of the offense. The offense was not great today. Tyler Huntley, not great, was decent, but not great. The interceptions, I think, were both probably my fault. The second one especially was completely my fault. 17-34, 50%, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Again, the AI quarterbacks are just playing terribly for some reason. I'm going to have to turn up the QB slider for CPU quarterbacks to like 60 or something. I mean, it is terrible. 17-38, 44% completion percentage, 289 yards, a touchdown, and a pick for Deshaun Watson. Rushing, Tajay Spears had a pretty good day. He had 64 yards, 3.5 a carry. Javonte Williams was awful until like the final 2 drives. Jerry Jeudy had a huge day, 7 for 148 and a touchdown. Marvin Mims, 5 for 81. Rashad Winters, 3 for 49. A weirdly quiet day for Chester Truman, despite completely being healthy. 2 for 27 and a touchdown. Did still have the touchdown, of course, but I feel like after that first drive, we just didn't see any of them, and it was a ton of Jerry Jeudy. 7, 148, and a touchdown. Huge day from Jerry Jeudy. And then defensively, I mean, this defense is carrying the hell out of us on this win streak, especially in the last 3 games or so. Devin Bush led the team in total tackles. He also had 2 TFLs. Drew Sanders had a TFL. Avery Baptiste had 1 tackle, and it was a TFL. I feel like we never see Avery on the field. Uwazurike, Nick Bonito, and Baron Browning all had sacks. Tyreek Stevenson with 2 picks. Damari Mathis with a pick, and Pat Surtain with a pick. Denver, 8 and 4. The Chiefs have lost. If I could bring your attention to the bottom middle of the screen, the Chiefs are 7 and 5. The Broncos 8 and 4. We have the sole lead of the AFC West at 8 and 4. I don't know what happened to this team. I don't know what we're on. The defense is playing insane. If we take a look at the playoff picture, we are now the 2 seed in the AFC at 8 and 4 because we have the tiebreaker over the Colts. What in the world is going on? I think if you look at the beginning of this season, the first 5 games, you probably would assume this team has like 3 wins the entire rest of the way. No, we've won 7 straight since the first 5 games, and we are 8 and 4 and looking good to secure a playoff spot. Probably only need a couple more wins, maybe only even 1 to secure that playoff spot. I never would have expected that from this team. I thought we got worse into year 2. I think that the chemistry is just kind of there, and we're playing really, really well. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. But I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the Steelers and look to get to 9 wins, 8 straight wins on the regular season.